Good morning. Buckeye Gordon, Cowboy Gordon, coming to you from the Crasher. How about that? Coming from the Crasher. I want to talk a little bit about the drones. I know you've heard a lot about them. They've been spotted all over the place. Um, Mostly, I think, on the East Coast. But I heard some were spotted in California. Some witnesses have said they came up out of the water. So I think that's pretty interesting if that's true. Um, and Ohio wasn't spared either. We had drones spotted here over in Dayton at Wright Patterson Air Force Base. And I want to go ahead and play that for you. Um, and we'll see what they have to say.
Drone sightings seem to be on the rise, and now members of Congress are calling for action.
Those calls began even before the latest reports of drones getting too close to sensitive military installations, including right here at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. 2 News reporter Adrian Oglesby is live in studio with the latest developments that we know so far. Adrian.
Yeah, that's right, Caleb. Kajasia. Unmanned drones hovering over Wright-Patterson Air Force Base late Friday prompted a brief closure of its airspace.
So I can confirm that small unmanned aerial systems were spotted in the vicinity of and over Wright-Patterson Air Force Base between the 13th and 14th of December. So there was a number of them of different shapes and sizes.
Now, base officials say operations were not affected. The incident follows a recent stirring of unauthorized drone activity at secure sites on the East Coast. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are calling for action.
We need to know who's behind it, but right now I think law enforcement seems to be the Department of Homeland Security and the Defense Department are kind of all doing this and pointing at each other.
The administration has repeatedly assured people that they are safe. However, one, we need a briefing for the members of the Senate to figure out what's going on here. 2, we need more transparency.
Now, we have reached out to the office of Dayton Congressman Mike Turner, chair of the House Intelligence Committee, and are waiting to hear his response and take on these issues. Now, the Federal Aviation Administration says that these incidents are becoming more frequent, so much so that they are pushing for stricter rules on drone usage and tougher penalties for those who break the law. Live in studio, Adrian Oglesby, 2 News Today.
Are you tired of losing money on energy bills?
Now, I'm glad.
Direct, when you buy 4 or more windows, you get
Excuse me,
$275
one
off per
moment,
window.
please.
And call now.
I'm glad that both sides of the aisle, Democrat, Republican, are in lockstep. The White House is saying, we don't know what this is. And also the Department of Defense, the CIA, and the FBI. We don't know what this is, but you're safe. Nothing to worry about. Nothing's going to happen to you. Okay, that raises a lot of questions. If you don't know what it is, how do you know we're safe? How do you know something's not going to happen to us? This is just craziness. If you don't know what it is, then we're not safe. And some came, like I said, there were a report. I'm assuming, obviously, somebody on a boat or a ship or something had said 50 came up out of the water. Out of the water. Now, in my opinion, I think this speaks a lot about China. I think our the present administration, and I'm not putting nobody down. I'm just saying that we had left our guard down. Even in an emergency, in a military emergency, I heard a couple of days ago that we're broke. We have no money. We use all that money to give it to the illegals. And yes, they are illegals. They broke the law here. Go across Canada, see what happens to you. If a Canadian comes to the United States, I don't think anything would happen to them. But, that's another story for another time. But I just thought it was interesting, and I just thought I'd bring it to you. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I've got 604 subscribers, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we shall see you on the next one. Have a wonderful Monday.